Alright, put you at full screen here.
Okay.
Alrighty. I am here, ladies and gentlemen, with assistant coach of the women's basketball team, Shane Pucher. Shane, it's good to have you with us here.
Good to be with you, Mikey. Good to be with you.
Now, I mean, we have had a lot to talk about this week, especially with Valley Forge basketball,
Right.
between both guys and the girls. First, I want to touch on the girls. You girls were coming into the semester down a few games. I think it was a 6-9 record entering the semester, and you guys have won, let's see, 4 of 5 so far this month. What you attribute to this turnaround?
We have. Well, the main thing is, first off, Mike, it's an honor to be on the Mikey Report. I feel honored. What really made this turnaround available for our women's basketball team was they really came together and bonded over the 2 weeks that we were here for basically that preseason camp. From the 27th of December until right before we left for Missouri, they really came together as a team and bonded together. That's probably one of the things I attribute to it. Some of the players have really stepped up. Sean Neal got a starting position and really stepped up to the position and really helped carry this offense. Defensively on the other side, Kiki has really stepped up too. But the AG tournament here in Missouri, we do not have Charla, which added a little bit of an interesting dynamic to the team right now. She's one of our rebounders, and Kiki's really stepped up to the plate, and she's really solidified herself as a post player. It's just a desire to win. Right before Christmas break, we have to Easter. They were frustrated when we came to fire in a passion.
Okay, I mean, I lost a little bit of connection there, I think, with you, just slightly with what you were trying to say. I know you mentioned about Charla not being available because of her student teaching commitment, which is fine, and you've
Correct.
mentioned about Chanel McKeither, her stepping up into that starting role on the offensive end. I mean, she has been great on the defensive side with her steals. I think she's in the top 15 in the country in the NCAA Division II in steals. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we had an issue right now. Shane, our guest, Shane Pucher, he's having a few video troubles with, I think we're having slight video trouble as well. Our call quality isn't the greatest, so, okay, here we go. Let's try it again. Okay, let's see if we can get Shane back here. You gotta love technology, Shane.
You gotta love it, Mikey. Gotta love it. Yeah, Sean Neal. About Sean Neal, she's actually currently ranked 9th in the nation with an 86.8 player percentage, player rating in the nation, and she has a 67.5% impact on games. She's been playing really well, and I'm really, really proud of her. She's young, has a lot to learn, but very proud of her and seeing how she's developed as a player, and looking forward to see how she continues to develop as a player.
Yeah, and you also mentioned defensive side of the ball, Kiki Boykin, and that I wasn't really able to catch everything you had wanted to say on her. So,
right. Kiki has really stepped up, and she's grabbing rebounds, and she's really just putting a hand in the face of the offense. It's really helping the way our defense works together, especially in our man. And I look forward to seeing her develop as a player as well. Very proud of her.
All right. And you guys are facing Trinity, I believe, tomorrow?
No, when we arrived here, we found out that North Central had only brought one color jerseys. So tonight, actually, we face Trinity.
Okay.
We beat them pretty handedly. I don't know if you had already seen the scores.
I think I did. I think you posted it was 77-42.
That is correct. We beat Trinity very handedly. They have a very good team. Our team just outplayed them. Credit tonight, Morgan Godwin dropped 6 of 9 from the three-point range.
Okay,
Morgan Godwin was absolutely on fire tonight. Also coming off of the bench, Melissa. Melissa had a great night. She had 10 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals. She had a great night. Very, very proud of her. But yeah, tonight we play Trinity. Tomorrow we are in the final game against the North Central University Rams. They beat Trinity by 17. We beat Trinity by 35. We're not saying it's a gimme game, but we're very confident. But we also know we can be beat. We're humble about that opportunity being beat, but we promise we're going to do everything in our power to bring that trophy home. Tomorrow's game decides who wins the championship, and we're looking forward to getting that. I'm actually in a conference room right now, and I'm looking down the indoor pool and jacuzzi area, and our players are relaxing, and they're celebrating tonight. Our girls are celebrating. They're pumped. They're ready to go. They're excited about playing tomorrow. But so I'm excited too. I know Reggie and I have looked at the game film from last year as well as our scouting reports, and we're prepared and we're ready to go.
And that's good. And you refer to Melissa Sakosha. She's definitely a good player, and she did, like you said, she did a great job tonight. Morgan, we were waiting for her 3-ball streak to hit, and I think it's finally kicking on this starting now with this AG tourney. So I'm expecting a lot of good things, especially when you guys get back here to Valley Forge when you guys face LBC on the 20th at 6 p.m. That's going to be a big game for you guys, especially with region title on the line.
Right. The reason that game is going to be so important, and all the viewers in the Mikey report that are in the area come out, like you said, next Thursday against Lancaster Bible College. We are really excited about the game. Of course, we lost to BBC in a heartbreaker of a game right before we left for Missouri. But we also got a wonderful call crawling around, I would say, 9 to 10 p.m. Saturday night when we were in Indiana. Coach Mack turned around to me on the bus and said, I just want to let you know that BBC will not be playing in the regional tournament. So as of right now, the only 3 teams in the regional tournament are going to be Valley Forge Christian College, Lancaster, and PBU. PBU's having an okay season. They've had some setbacks. Lancaster's having a Lancaster-type season. But we're excited about playing them. After we bring home this trophy tomorrow, we're excited about coming back and playing a big rivalry game. Girls are very pumped. We're going to try to get them a little bit of rest Monday and Tuesday, and we're going to be hard at work in the pit. And we're prepared. We're ready to go. I'm excited about this game. It's going to be big. Hope a lot of fans come out and support us in the men.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to calling that game on the court for our wonderful Patriot fans. I also wanted to touch with you about what you thought of how the men are doing. I mean, our men have struggled out there in Missouri this weekend. Yesterday against CBC and today against North Central. And it's just been one thing after another with that men's squad. You think it's like a wearisome thing, or is it just that our men's team isn't meshing well right now?
Well, it's college basketball. anybody can be beaten on any given day. We saw that it was 2 days ago with Duke losing to Florida State. You know, you're going to have the best teams in the country play bad. They can go on little spurts of, you know, greatness here and there. And I'm not saying we're on a spurt we're losing. But I will say that, you know, the men are a good basketball team. Whether or not the reason they're winning is losing, I'm not going to comment on that. I'll leave that to Coach Tim to comment on. But the men, the men have faced some struggles. But you know, it's the Valley Forge basketball. It's up and down. You know, you get heartbroken sometimes. But you know, these men, our guys seem to fight it out. We saw that in the championship, the regional championship game last year. We've seen it time again from our guys. They know when to pull it out. And you know, I still have faith in them. I haven't lost it yet. And you know, Coach Tim will be a better person to ask. But as for Missouri, I will say this. For both the men's and the women's side, it's a different world out here in the Midwest. Reffing, officiating is absolutely horrible. We knew that coming out. We had been forewarned. Last night's men's game, there were some questionable calls, but you know, you can't blame a win or a loss on a ref.
Mm-hmm.
I knew Monday night, my girls played Ozark Christian. Reggie was actually stranded in Nashville, Tennessee, and the reins of the women's team were handed to me. And there was some bad officiating, but it came down to the wire, and Amanda Wright dropped her 2 free throws to win us the game. So I know that there's been some bad officiating on both sides of the court, with our opponents as well as with us. So that's been a little bit different. They're not used to our East Coast style of basketball. I mean, that's probably the term for it, but just a lot of movement, a lot of hand movement. They don't call through 7 saves or why. You could have someone post up for a good 5 to 6 seconds before anything happens. So far, that's been a real struggle for both teams. Both teams have, you know, kept their posts well, as well as the coaching staff. Both sides, you know, Matt Hall has been, you know, you can't blame a game on a ref, and you just can't focus on them. You know, they're just like the rim and the backboard as well as the baselines. They're part of the game, but they don't control the game.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit frustrating, but both teams have overcome, and we'll just see what Springfield, Missouri has at the rest tomorrow, especially at noon.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you mentioned Amanda. I'm assuming Amanda Reich when you say at the charity stripe, because I mean she's almost pretty much money from there, along with her 3-point when she can get on. How has she been doing? I mean, she hasn't been really stellar this season, but I mean, how has she fared with the defenses?
You know, Amanda Wright came off All-American season. A lot of people expected her to do amazing things, but you know, the thing I love about Amanda Wright is she's still an All-American player. She knows basketball now. She's a very smart young lady. She's got a good head on her shoulders when it comes to the sport. You know, she just dribbles the ball well. She's a vital team player. This season, she's seen her role has changed a little bit, and it's still continuing to change as she progresses. She's there when we need her. She's the team on the sideline. She's the type of player you want to have coming to a game. You feel a lot more confident when she's there as well. You know, she's vital. We put the ball in her hands against Ozark Christian. She did great. She did exactly what she was supposed to do. More post and got fouled and dropped her 2 free throws. But you know, she's still a part of our team. You know, everybody's saying, oh well, she isn't dropping as many points or having quote unquote stellar season as she was last year. But you know, in her own way, she's having a stellar season. She knows what she has to do to help get this team to a national championship. And, but as we say on our basketball team, we're not practicing to get that national championship or the East Region championship. We just want to get better every single time we step on the court. And Amanda really pushes our team to that level. She's always encouraging, always motivating. And she's an American in my book, as well as Coach Reggie's book, and we're very proud of her and what she's done this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I've definitely seen her do her stellarness, even if she isn't putting up those points. So, yeah, that is definitely a good point that you made there, Shane. I don't think that there's anything else that I needed to add. Like you said, you guys are expecting come out there to have a good game against North Central and hopefully come out with that W. Hopefully, I would say if I had to predict the game, probably an 8-point victory. But, I mean, what else can we expect from this Valley Forge team coming down the home stretch?
Coming down the home stretch, you're going to see a lot of good basketball. We have a tough schedule ahead of us. Like you said, tomorrow we have North Central. A lot of people, but the average response I'm getting from around different blog websites, I'm not going to name any. I don't want to give too much credit for having absolutely nothing to do. But you know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
They were saying a 9-point win. They were also saying only a 12-point win in today's game, and we saw what happened there with a 35-point win.
Mm-hmm.
But, anything can happen tomorrow. We have to rebound well, pressure defense, just to push the ball well and play like champions and play to our heart, play our hearts out. I mean, I told these girls tonight in the locker room after the game, tomorrow our last game for a little while. We have a big game. We have plenty of time to rest up. It's not like we don't have a 20-hour bus ride back to Philadelphia. So I told them leave everything they have on the court tomorrow. They're excited about this. The team coming down the home stretch. Of course, we have LC. We have off PBU. We also have Penn School of Technology, I believe, on the 29th.
Okay, Penn College of Technology Wildcats. I haven't actually checked their information yet, but they're usually a pretty decent squad to face.
They're a decent team. Last time we played them wasn't last season, but it was the season before last, and they handedly beat us by 50, I believe, if I'm correct in my stats there. We're looking to get that revenge victory back.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be a big one. We also play Rutgers Canton, a very winnable game against a very solid D3 team. We're looking to win against them. Trinity, we played Trinity in DC in December. I believe it was December 5th. I can't exactly remember, but we beat them.
Yeah, I know you guys beat them in the latter part of the fall semester, so that definitely was a big plus for our girls on that one, and I know you guys have them coming up again in the pit, so that's definitely going to be a big game as well.
That's going to be definitely a huge game, Mikey. They're coming back two players that were hurt the first time we played them. LEC has played them as well, and VFCC has played them as well. They didn't fare as well as we did. Let the lead slip away from us, but that'll be a great game to watch. Great basketball. Other game coming up, PBU is the one I'm really excited. Playing against them in soccer, I'm excited to get a nice little win out of PBU. Then not before too long, the end of February will be upon us, and we'll be looking at the regional championship. And as long as we take care of business against Lancaster twice, and we beat PBU once, we're looking at home court advantage and cutting down the nets at our own court.
Yeah, and I in a way, I kind of want to be climbing up that ladder and cutting down the net with you guys, because, I mean, that's one thing that I haven't done in, ever. It was cut down the nets. So, I truly would like to.
We're not the Gatorade fast and cutting down the nets yet. We still have to get one at a time, and right now it's 11 p.m. on the East Coast, 10 p.m. here, and we're about 12 hours away in game.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of games to play still, and a lot of basketball to see, and that.
Definitely.
So I'm definitely, like I said, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I know our fans are, for both Valley Forge and the Mikey Report, so it's definitely going to be something to keep our eyes on.
Definitely, Mikey. Look forward to seeing you sometime, either Sunday. I don't know if I'll be fully conscious yet from that trip back, but
well, I don't expect you to see me, but I know the new format of the Mikey Report is premiering on Monday night, and I'm hoping to have both Mike and Dylan from our wonderful broadcasting crew from last year to be on the show, and maybe if you're conscious enough that night to join us, hopefully bus lag doesn't get the best of you.
Well, we'll do our best. We're supposed to be getting some snow here tomorrow. Hopefully that doesn't delay our return any. But, live from Missouri, it's the AGCU tournament championship game tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 p.m. Central, North Central University. Don't know if you can catch it online, but
they haven't been broadcast.
Definitely.
Yeah, they haven't been broadcasting the girls, just the guys. So I mean, that's one thing that's hindered us right now. Unless they decide to change it last minute, which I'll try. I don't know what I'll be doing. I think I might be sleeping at that point after I get done with work. But other than that,
we'll definitely let everybody know back at Valley Forge how we fared, and thanks to all the fans who are had us in their prayers. I know the student body had us their prayers, as well as Dr. Meyer. He sent me a nice little email yesterday, and we're excited to bring the trophy home.
Yeah, I mean, there's textbooks waiting for some of you guys back here. So, and I mean.
Well, we're not excited to get back to that, but
I understand, but I mean, we're excited to have you guys out there and playing and representing us there, and hopefully bringing back the illustrious trophy that we brought back last year. So,
sounds good. Well, Mikey, I got to get to a scouting session for North Central here. Look forward to seeing you. Thanks for everything, man. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for joining us.
All right, take care, Mikey.
Yep, take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, Shane Pucher on here for the Mikey Report. Great man of God, great assistant coach, and definitely been a joy to have him on the program. And we're hoping to see you next time here. Well, we'll try to get this video up for you, but other than that, we'll have more from the Mikey Report after this.